Hey, what's up, everyone? Ralph here. So, if you were to ask people, what does the American dream mean to you, right? So, I think on one hand, you would have people say, all right, the American dream, what the American dream means to me is being able to buy a home, right? Get married, raise children, right? Work my job, retire comfortably, and then eventually, see your grandkids and then eventually you die, right? That'd be one hand. And on the other hand, you would get a group of people that say, being able to start a business and build wealth for me, and then enjoy the nice things that I want to enjoy, right? So you would get two different things, right? But in today's economy, that's somebody's being left behind, right? And obviously that's the middle class, right? The middle class is being left behind, right? And why? Why is that? Why is that happening, right? And if you, depending on, there's a variety of reasons you would hear from people. Greed, whatever the case may be. But if you look at our national debt, right, it's $34 trillion, right? Clearly, we're mismanaging money. We're spending a lot of money, right? And if that was in any household and you had racked up so much debt, obviously that would be unsustainable. So the way the government that continues to spend money the way they do, all it is doing is just inflating everything that the cost of goods and services, right? It's making everything more expensive, okay? And who's getting more affected by that? The middle class, right? Why? Because for them, the cost of goods and services are increasing at a rate that's higher than their income, right? Causing them to be able to have to spend more of their money, right? And we all understand when you're working a 9 to 5, you're capped, right? You have a certain if you get paid hourly, you're going to work so many hours a day. If you have a salary, you're capped at a certain salary per year. And the way things are inflating when it comes to housing, cost of food, energy, everything is increasing at a faster rate than your income. Now, if you're in the middle class, all that's going to do is going to make you poor. It's going to make it harder for you to get the goods and services that you want. Obviously, if you're rich, you operate on a different formula when it comes to making money, right? You're going to be okay. Things are tough, but you can get by because you understand how to make money and you understand how to multiply that money. Different from the way that the middle class is. And obviously for a lot of people that's unsustainable, and you can understand why a lot of people are getting frustrated, because if you're someone that has this concept of the American dream where you can you buy the home, get married, raise a family, and you're not able to do that, it's going to frustrate you. Why? Because you're not able to enjoy the greatness of a country like the United States, right? You're not able to enjoy all the great things that they have, right? You're busy working every day, and you're not able to enjoy, time with your friends, your family. Not able to raise that, have a family where you can raise that family and enjoy the time with your friends and family. So it's frustrating because it feels like you're missing out on a lot of things, right? So you can understand why people become frustrated. So, in this article, right, we're going to watch this article on Yahoo Finance, and it talks about the middle class is on a sinking ship. Investment strategist warns that the American dream of living freely is dying. All right, so we're going to read this. It's real quick. Hear what he has to say. So it says, in a recent segment on Fox News, The Big Money Show, investment strategist Luke Lloyd issued a stark warning about the erosion of the American dream, attributing to the decline of the current economic policies and advocating for increased taxation on the wealthy and corporations. Lloyd's insights highlight growing concern among Americans about the viability of achieving financial freedom and stability in today's economic climate. Lloyd emphasized that the widening gap between the economic class in the United States, noting that you don't have to be a rocket scientist or a stock analyst to realize that everyone who doesn't own millions in stock and the stock market is getting left behind, and the middle class is on a sinking ship while the top couple percent are on a rocket ship going to moon. And let's be real, it's not even about just the stock market, right? We understand that the wealthy own the majority of the stocks in the stock market, but it's not even about that. It's about being able just to enjoy life, right? Just being able to raise a family, buy a home, right? Enjoy that family, right? Spend time, work every day, pay your bills, handle your responsibilities, and then retire comfortably, right? People can no longer do that, and it's frustrating a lot of people. A lot of people that's working every day. And if you listen to, like, I do videos like, you go on TikTok, and I was just TikTok, but you see a lot of the younger generation, and you see a lot of people's like, I'm working 40, 50 hours every day for what? I don't even get to enjoy time, right? And you can understand that it's just like you don't have time to do anything. You're just constantly working, like, we understand that's the privilege of working in a place like the United States, right? Because we understand like other countries, other people have it worse than us. But for a lot of people, it's like, yo, I'm working for what? Just to live. It's just like it can be frustrating for a lot of people, especially when you've been fed this concept of the American dream, where you get to buy a home and raise a family and enjoy life comfortably, and that's no longer the case, right? So I think it's not even just about the stock market. It's just everyone having this expectation, and then obviously that expectation not being met. Okay. So it says, all right, this metaphor captures the escalating disparity and the diminishing middle class struggle to keep pace with the affluent. So reflecting on the upbringing in a small town in Ohio, Lloyd reminisced about a time when earning $100,000 per year was considered a significant achievement sufficient for a comfortable lifestyle and potentially owning a home. However, that current reality greatly contrasts the once attainable dream with a $100,000 salary now barely covering the essentials in many parts of the country. Right? Let's be real. Like, yeah, that $100,000, that six-figure salary, that $100,000, everybody, that was like a marker for a lot of people. Like, if you can make that, then you're good, right? Obviously the average salary for a lot of people, I think now is what, 50, 55, maybe 60, something like that. But yeah, people have this like expectation that, if you could do that, if you could attain this level of income, then you should be able to live life comfortably. But no longer, $100,000, that's, I mean, especially depending on where you live, whether you're in California, New York, that's nothing. That's not enough to get the things that you need or raise a family the way you would want to. So it says the American dream of living freely, once a cornerstone of national identity, appears to be dying, with almost 70% of Gen Z doubtful about the ability to retire, and approximately 40% of Americans burdened with more credit card debt than emergency savings. So, and that's another problem too. A lot of people are racking up so much debt. That's not gonna help your situation, right? If you think if you think you'll be a person like, oh, I'm not able to live that American dream, but you have a spending problem where you're just racking up debt, it's gonna be hard for you to do that because you're pretty much a slave to the lender, right? Especially when it comes to the credit cards. Like you're constantly giving 20%. If you have 20% on your debt, if you got I think what the average, I'm not sure what the average debt is, but if you're paying 20% annual rate on your credit card debt, that's just money you're throwing away, right? So people obviously have to be better when it comes to managing their finances. We all know that because I've been in that situation, racking up $30,000 of credit card debt. And I understand, like it's poor financial habits, but at the same time, it's just when you have this attitude, this idea, like you'll never achieve the things that you want to achieve, especially in a country like the United States, it can be defeating. It's just like, you know what, I'm never gonna reach my goals when it comes to finances, buying a home. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna spend money that I do have and then enjoy my life now, and enjoy it with experiences. So I guess they call it like doom spending, but still, that's not a good long-term plan. So the discussion then shifted to the Federal Reserve's role in the economic environment, with the host suggesting that the Fed might prefer a scenario where job losses occur to slow the economy. This perspective introduces a complex debate about the Federal Reserve's monetary policies and their impact on everyday Americans. Lloyd also critiqued the current administration's economic policies, dubbed Bidenomics, challenging the notion that these policies are fostering a healthy stock market and economic stability. Instead, he pointed to the American innovation and capitalism as true drivers for growth, particularly highlighting the potential of artificial intelligence to revolutionize the economy. However, he cautioned about the inflationary pressures that could arise from integrating such technologies alongside the new careful regulating to mitigate potential job displacement and potential political risk. It says the segment from the Big Money Show emphasizes the complexities of navigating economic policies in the era of rapid technology advancing and changing societal expectations. So yeah, look it. Pretty much when it comes down to this, like, people have to understand, like, the American dream is different, right? The idea that you're going to just buy a home, raise a family, it's going to require a lot more, right? It's going to require a different way of thinking, especially when it comes to making money, right? So you could do two things, right? You could either live within your means, right? You're gonna have to live frugally. You're gonna have to spend less than you make. You're not gonna be able to enjoy you're not gonna be able to go on the variety of different vacations. You might not be able to buy the nice cars, the big old house. That's option A. Option B, you're gonna have to learn how to increase your means, right? And that's make more money, right? And if you're not getting that at your job, then you have to figure that out by, obviously getting a side hustle or starting a business, because the way our government spends money, it's not going to get any better, right? You see the national debt continues to increase. We're at $34 trillion and it's rising, right? it continues to rise. They continue to spend money, right? So when they spend the money the way they do, you can't expect things to get cheaper, right? Things are going to continue to grow. Things are going to continue to get more expensive. So you have to figure out a way to fight that, because I mean, what other solution is there, right? Unless we can all come together and be like, all right, vote these people out. But obviously, when it comes to that, people vote for who they vote for, and there's consequences to voting. So you have to prepare. The only thing you can control is what you do, right? How you manage your finances, how you go about making money. And this is what you're gonna have to do, right? Because it's gonna get harder. It's not gonna get. We're going through difficult times for a lot of people, and people have to prepare for that, right? So yeah. So those are my thoughts. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Make sure to leave a comment down below. Hit the like button and share. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. All right, so guys, take care and have a good one. Later.